Hello, welcome to the TJEd vlog. Ian and Emma Cox here. We are on number 3 of the main points of the core points of TJEd from the article What is TJEd? And it's pretty simple. Basically states that the students find their areas of genius by pursuing the studies that they're naturally passionate about. And it's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, pretty simple because, just think about it. The things that you're naturally excited about, things you naturally gravitate towards, things you naturally want to learn about, those tend to be what our gifts and talents are. But that's not the only thing.
Yeah, it's important to note that passion and genius are not the same thing, but they're also very connected. And so just because you're passionate about one thing doesn't mean, oh, well, I'm passionate about singing, therefore my mission in life, my genius in life is to be a pop star. Well, sometimes we make those connections as youth, and there's certainly a power in pursuing those studies of music and things that will help connect us into our ultimate genius and our ultimate mission. But it's not always as obvious as it might seem as a youth. That said, pursuing the studies that we're passionate about absolutely helps us to find that real genius and that real mission, and it certainly helps to connect us, and it also helps to motivate us along the way to get that full education, because it's crazy how when you follow the steps on and on and on, it's crazy how it naturally leads from those areas of passion to that general knowledge, and how interestingly they connect and interconnect as you keep taking step after step to pursue that passion study and that genius.
And you'll notice that when you dig into areas, so doing a scholar phase and core phase where you kind of core and level learning phase where you just play around with learning, you experiment here, you play there, you
dip your toes in.
Into everything that you possibly can. That'll open up and realize, oh, I am excited about that. I do want to try that. And it might last for a second.
Fun.
It might last for a minute. It might last for a month or a year or 3 years or anywhere in between, right? But especially getting into scholar phase where you're going to start digging in and pushing the envelope a little bit more into areas where you're not passionate about, really helps to have parents leading out and inspiring and being excited in those areas, getting mentors and outside support and help in those areas where you're not as passionate about. Because like we talked about in last episode, you still need a general base of knowledge and skills.
And having the basis of pursuing studies that you're passionate about really helps to teach the skills, the motivation, that self-drive to then be able to apply those same techniques and tools and principles to the things that you're a little bit less passionate about, on face value, but that really still matter to you and that connect, even if it's not as easy a connection to make. The fact that you've developed yourself as a studier in things that you naturally were excited about really helps to apply that to things that you're less excited about that are nevertheless important.
And you'll find that time and time again, as you study things that you're not naturally passionate about, for one, you start to get passionate about those. You start to fall in love with those subjects as you get inspiring parents and mentors and teachers and classics themselves. And then you'll see that you'll find those nuggets of your genius, your areas of genius that you won't find in just the subjects you're studying naturally, but in other areas and other subjects and other fields and other classics you're reading that you wouldn't naturally gravitate to. It will blow you away how often you find pieces of your mission, your genius, and things you critically need for your areas of genius and your mission.
Now, all of this is to tell you that, to give you that big picture and get us excited of it naturally works out in the end. But remember that the place where this starts, the place that we're really talking about today, is especially that the finding of that genius really does start and really does naturally happen as students actually pursue the subjects and the studies that they are genuinely passionate about.
So enjoy. Passionately study. Read, and discuss a bunch.